Thanks for joining us today. Our group was tasked with looking at what managers and businesses can do to improve organizational performance. And we want to take a look at a few issues that affect organizational performance today and our suggestions for solving them. So let's start where all businesses start, profits. Every business is focused on their profit, as well they should be. Now, this is nothing new. Businesses exist, except for very few exceptions, such as nonprofits, to make money. And if you aren't making money, you're not going to last long. So the nice thing about being focused on profits is it pushes businesses and their employees to be innovative. Now, when this works well, it means that new results are made through new ideas, new processes, and overall just innovation. Now, what happens when this goes wrong is a situation like Enron. When profit is pushed over everything else, all boundaries are lost and all perspective is lost. Now, it doesn't have to be like this, and that's some of the things that we want to talk about. So, how do you increase profits responsibly? Well, it starts from the very top. Everything that you do needs to be modeled from the executives and the managers down. If you want to increase profits, you need to give a strategy for how that can be done ethically and how you can equip your employees to do that well. To do that, you have to hire great managers. There's a lot of emphasis put on managers in today's business world. They really have to straddle a line between responding to the executives and being an advocate for their employees. When you hire great managers who know the company's values and the fact that profits need to increase, they figure out ways to improve work processes and the way that they can empower their employees. One piece of that is enforcing healthy boundaries. You want to set what the expectations are for driving profits up, but doing it in a way that everyone wins. So workers are not breaking their back working 12-hour, 16-hour days, ignoring their families, getting out of whack with what boundaries should be. But when they're at work, they can be focused on doing exactly what they need to do. Another piece of this is as business changes and grows and there's new avenues and channels, employees can't be expected to solve and to be knowledgeable in every single channel. Really focusing on what employees do well and implementing ongoing training allows employees to focus in on their specific tasks and not getting stretched too thin where they can't do any one thing great. And the last thing out there, you need to invest in your employees. If you're not investing in them, growing them as people and as employees, they're not going to produce like you need them to do. And if you don't invest in your employees, a lot of it is spinning your wheels. If you want to increase your profits, the first way that you do that is really by increasing the capabilities of your employees.
As leaders, we need to realize that diversity and inclusion is an important topic in improving organizational performance. The triple bottom line gained momentum in part due to globalization and businesses' need to respond to the global view to improve that organization performance. Diversity and inclusion is the socially responsible thing to do. Some of the basics that we will cover is diversity, inclusion, business value, and innovation. Diversity and inclusion is a path to innovation, and innovation will open up new possibilities by stimulating new ways of thinking. As managers in a diverse culture, we have to also think of that inclusive environment, and as such, we need to define our capabilities and activities to support diversity. Some examples would be building competent teams, respecting all cultures, promoting innovation, and avoiding the groupthink. Finding strength in diversity. Recognize that each person brings different skills and perspectives to your group. Diversity and inclusion requires action. As managers, we need to take action. The diversity and inclusion must be fully embraced by the organization, starting at the top with many informal leaders to set examples. Verification at all levels of the organizations that all levels of the organization are aligned to achieve a diverse culture from entry level to middle management and executives. In order to achieve this, the companies need to make a plan and stick to it, not just lip service. Send a call to action with clear goals and objectives. Provide clear tasks to achieve the desired results and align those tasks to your strategy. Form teams with diversity as a key element. Invest in the strategy. Take time to do the correct training. Provide leadership guidance and skill building at all levels. and include team building activities. Those can be very effective to bring the teams together.
So far we've looked at both people and profit. People are a priority, profits are a priority, so how do we marry the two? We feel that human resources is the perfect way to make sure that the tension is dissolved between those two factors. So first, let's take a look at the differences between managers and human resources employees. Managers are there to increase the profits. They work to achieve the mission and the vision of the company. They ensure operations are running smoothly, and they have more of a business focus. Human resources employees ensure that employment laws are followed. They help support diversity. They oversee hiring and terminations. They ensure employees are engaged, and they make sure that all regulations are followed. So, how can HR be a key to maintaining a healthy balance between people and profits? Human resources can allow managers to focus on improving business initiatives without having to take the focus away from profits. Even with a small HR team, managers have the capability to follow through on profits because they're focused solely on those. Outsourcing HR in our eyes is a negative thing. Managing people requires knowing who you're working with, and by having an HR staff on the ground in your company, they're able to focus on alignment with the company values. In order to downsize and maybe save some costs, you can outsource various parts of HR, such as onboarding or payroll, termination paperwork, and general labor law questions. But we believe that it's essential to always keep a staff on hand so they can answer general employee questions specific to the company, as well as maintain employee engagement, and they can help support diversity and hire so that managers can keep their focus on the profit and HR can focus on the importance of people.
The next part of the triple bottom line is planet, and planet should be a priority. Does anyone ever say they want to hurt the planet? No, it's a generally accepted truth that reducing the environmental footprint is the right thing to do. And for that, we need to be conscious of our Earth. Companies will gain trust by supporting the green initiatives. This includes the preserving of natural resources, reducing the impact on the environment, and always remembering to review business practices for what can be done differently for the good of the environment. Recycling reduces costs and is environmentally friendly. Always avoid using materials unnecessarily. For example, do not print unless absolutely necessary and try to move to a paperless environment. Reduce. If you have to print, use double-sided. Reuse. Use that scrap paper for other things such as message taking. And always remember to recycle where possible, and having recycling and shred bins available to all employees will really increase the acceptance of that throughout the company. As managers, again, planet should be a priority, and I cannot stress enough the trust that is gained when you focus on planet. Market the worldview if you're able to practice what you preach within your company. Consumers will be thankful for it. People want to buy from environmentally friendly companies. Set your business apart and increase public relationships. Attract customers who want to buy green. And consumers are starting to demand the responsible action, so it may not be an option. Employees always want to work for environmentally friendly companies, or majority of employees will be looking for that, which will attract and retain staff by showing concern for the environment. Being green promotes a healthier workplace, which then is a benefit to the company. Companies should focus on being sustainable. Reduce the environmental impact of your business will improve the sustainability of your business. Again, recycle and reuse materials. Reduce costs will increase revenue. Lower your energy bills, and fewer carbon emissions is good for the world.
This is not an easy problem to solve. In fact, it's actually more like a polarity. It's difficult to focus on all three pieces of the triple bottom line, but it's essential to your business. This takes work and commitment from business leaders to see there's a long-term goal rather than a quick goal. Managers and executives will have to push their teams to see how all of these pieces overlap. We believe that the positives from this practice will help your business to new heights. Thank you for your time today.